Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to That So Portia. Of course, I'm Portia, and you can already tell by the video title that we're going to be reviewing T.I. and Tiny's Friends and Family Hustle. The new season 3, is already out, has already premiered on VH1, and if you missed it, that's okay. It's okay. I got my notes, I got my mimosa, and I got you covered. So I want you to head to your kitchen, fix you something good to drink, whatever it is you drink, whether it's champagne, wine, water, tea, soda, fix you something good to drink and hurry on back so we can get started because I'm ready to talk. We got some things to discuss, okay? Episode 1 starts off at the Trap Music Museum. Here at the museum, they're revealing a piece that honors the late and great Nipsey Hussle, and I felt like this was a beautiful scene, something very respectful to just show the impact Nipsey had on the black community as well as the rap and hip-hop community as well. So rest in peace to Nip Hussle, and the marathon continues. And then we move over to a scene at Tiny and T.I.'s house where some of the kids have gathered here, and y'all, it's so crazy to me because I swear when the Family Hustle first came out, some of those kids, they were in elementary school in school uniforms, like I swear. And it's just so crazy now that some of them, they've graduated high school and college, or either maybe in high school during their own 1-2. So we just pretty much watch these kids grow up on television right before our eyes. It's so crazy to me. But in this scene also, Tiny, she brings up that T.I. didn't get Major haircut. Now y'all, between us now, Major did need a haircut. Now, if he wasn't going to cut his hair, Major, they need to take it back and get some Blue Magic grease, you know, grease it up, comb it, make it look nice or something. But Major was like, haircut? I don't care if I get no haircut. F them clippers. Major, I feel like it was a funny scene, but Major, he was also showing like how confident he was in himself. He's very self-aware, and I think that's something very beautiful for a young child, especially a young black child, young black boy to have. So that was a beautiful moment, and something that a lot of us, you know, a lot of us get so caught up in our appearance. Just something, hey, Major schooled us. Don't give a damn about no haircut. I'm gonna rock this fro, or I'm gonna do whatever look I want to do. I don't care, honey. But Major, he does his own 1-2. He's his own little person. The family could be over here, Major's over here. Major don't give a damn about what that family is doing, okay? But also in that scene, another little funny moment was Eris. She mentions that she wanted to be a firefighter when she grow up, and then she whispers to Tiny, there aren't gonna be any hoes there. And now T.I., he's like, what? What'd you say? And you could tell, everybody could tell, even people at home, myself included. I was like, T.I. thinking she talking about hoes. And Eris was like, there aren't gonna be any hoes left to put the fire out. He was like, oh, okay. So everybody just tripping because everybody knew where his mind was going, thinking that she talking about hoes, but she talking about water hose. And then we move over to a scene with Monica. She's at V103, and at the radio station she talks about her upcoming project, Chapter 38, and I'm actually looking forward to that because I love Monica. She's my favorite female R&B singer. So y'all comment below and let me know your favorite Monica song if you have one. I love Monica. She's everything to me. Oh, wait a minute. You see what I did there? I wasn't even expecting to do that. My Monica fans, my music fans, you'll understand that moment. But in this scene also, Monica, she talks about how her and Shannon, they're going through the motions to get a divorce, but they still live in the same house with each other. And I'm like, Gunica, wait a minute now. You know, you're divorced, but you guys are still living together, and you're saying it's for the sake of the kids. And I'm like, that right there I disagree with, because if you're getting a divorce, someone needs to move out sooner than later. Wouldn't it be confusing to the kids to say you're getting a divorce, but yet you're still living with each other? You guys are still coming home at night to the same house. I feel like her kids are old enough to understand, to comprehend what is going on. And I feel like to co-parent, to help out with the kids, both parties do not have to still be living with each other, especially if you guys have vowed to be either separated, divorced, in any situation, regardless if you're a celebrity or not. I feel like move on, move out. Someone needs to move out. And in their case, I'm pretty sure neither one of them are hurting financially. So it's like, what is taking so long? You're talking about for the sake of the kids. And if it was really for the sake of the kids, why not just stay together then? Or why not just be in an open marriage? Like, really? So they're right there still living with one another while you're divorced or going through the motion of a divorce. I really wasn't with Monica on that one. Sis kind of lost me on that one. I don't know what was going through Guna's mind talking about the kids, but it would have been a no, hard no. Moving on into another scene, we then move to LaToya and Tommy at the park with their daughter. In this particular scene, LaToya, she brings up the idea of getting a nanny and how she's already spoken with her mom about the idea of her being a nanny for them, and her mom is on board. Her mom is down, and Tommy, he's just like, time out, flag on the play. What you mean, like getting a nanny, and then you already talked to your mom about it? What about talking to me about it? We haven't had this conversation. And I could understand like where he was coming from in that particular moment. Like, you're having these conversations with other people, or you're jumping the gun, like you're not even running it by me, and I'm also a party in this relationship. I'm also a parent. I should be included in these type of plans. And also it kind of seemed as if like he's not for the idea of a nanny, but maybe if it was a nanny, he wouldn't want LaToya mom to be the nanny. I'm not sure if he may feel some type of way because he has lost his mom and he's going through that grieving process. So it's kind of like, if my mom isn't an option, then I don't want your mom to be an option either. Maybe I'm reaching and reading into it a little too much, but you guys comment below and let me know. But in this scene also, we learned that LaToya and Tommy, he's grieving the loss of his mom, and there's a lot of anger, tension, miscommunication. And just from that particular scene, I'm like, okay, y'all need couples therapy. Y'all need to go to counseling. He needs to go to counseling. Y'all need counseling together, because if they don't fix this, I can see them getting a divorce. And you know, you don't want to wish that on people. You don't want to wish unhappiness on anyone, or for a couple to get a divorce. But if they don't fix it, I definitely could see them getting a divorce, because I felt like their timeline moved pretty quickly. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, definitely correct me below in the comments. But I feel like their timeline, their relationship, everything happened so fast. It's like boom, 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 boom. And LaToya, she mentioned how they're not in their honeymoon phase anymore. But I'm like, maybe you guys still are. Like, I felt like the relationship, everything happened very quickly, and maybe you guys didn't fully really understand each other and learn each other as much as possible before jumping the broom and having a kid with one another. So they may still be in the honeymoon phase, or having to relearn each other, or learn each other more, but they definitely need therapy, in my opinion. Counseling needs to happen ASAP before they lead to getting a divorce as well. And then next up, we have Toya and Reginae. And in their scene together, we learned that Toya and Red, they have bought a place together, and they're getting settled into their new place. And we also learned that Toya, she has taken in her late brother Josh's daughter, Jashay. And I wonder, I've always wondered, like, where's this girl mother? Is her mother deceased or unfit? Or did her mother just have some type of agreement with Toya to let Toya pretty much be the primary guardian for her? And maybe the mother is still present and actively involved in her life. If you have any idea about the status of the niece's mom, then comment below and let me know, because I was a little confused and I've been trying to figure that out for months. But also in this scene, Reginae, she talks about how her and Lucci, they have broken up, and she's dealing with heartbreak and how to get over it. And she was just talking about how at a certain point in their relationship, he just started to do very disrespectful things, and he wasn't respectful, and how the cucumber party was the last straw. I'm like, Reginae, come in, Nene. Come in, Nene. If you watching this, like, Reginae, cut the bullshit, okay? Stop with the nonsense. We knew what was gonna happen at that pool party. Everybody on social media knew. You knew. Hell, you were even at the pool party. So, like, really? Really, Reginae, you weren't born yesterday. We weren't born yesterday. Everybody knew what the fuck was up. And I feel like in their relationship, while he was doing disrespectful things that started to hit the blogs, Reginae she just kept responding to everything. She kept making it seem like she was done with him. Certain things were beneath her and all this and that. And it's like, he's embarrassing you, but you're also making yourself look stupid when you respond to every single thing that hit the blogs. So I hope in like her next relationship and just in general that Reginae learned to not respond to everything. You're a celebrity now, and you're the daughter of 2 celebrities. People are going to peel back every layer of your life and always chime in. You don't have to reply to everything. I understand people want to defend themselves, but Reginae, she did too much talking in that relationship. She wanted to clear up a lot of things, and it's like she was just contradicting herself. She was just making herself look more silly than what Lucci was. So it's just like, Reginae, a lot of people have been stupid in love. She should have just kept quiet and stopped responding to everything, and just like, because we knew that she was going to go back with him. She wasn't going to leave him or anything like that when a lot of things were coming out about what he was doing. So it was just like, Reginae, sis, you don't have to reply to everything. Okay, let it fly. Like, you see it, we see it, you gonna be with him, let it fly. But you know, she's just talking about how she's getting over the heartbreak, and you know, it's good that they moved on. Lucci, he was older with too much baggage. A lot of people did not feel like he was the one for her, and I feel like simply because of the baggage. People were talking about the age difference, but a lot of people date someone older, and they both were adults, they both were legal. It was kind of like maybe a 7-year age gap, but I feel like because he had like a little football team, a little basketball starting lineup, it was like, wait a minute, she is too young to be a stepmama. Like, if you're gonna date somebody older, please go find somebody without some kids or something. Like, girl, what are you doing, Nene? And then we flip to another scene later in the show with LaToya and Toya linking up. And LaToya, she pretty much wanted to catch up with Toya to see how she dealt with losing her brothers and how she dealt with grief and loss, because LaToya, she's looking for some help. She's looking to turn to anyone who can help her, who's dealt with loss, and she just wants some advice on how to deal with Tommy. And in that particular scene, Toya, she just lets Toya know, she lets LaToya know that you know, with some people, when they're dealing with grief, when they're dealing with loss, you just have to let them be. I understand that you may want to be there, but some people, you just have to let them be, let them overcome it on their own. Whenever they need to vent or need a shoulder to cry on, that's when you're there. Try to be there as much as possible, but in a lot of cases, you definitely have to fall back and let them do them. But Toya also mentions that, you know, you should definitely think about counseling. And LaToya, in this pretty much in this scene, she also mentions how, like, you know, you can say the slightest thing in Tommy snaps. It's like anybody can get it, everybody can get it. And like her word choice throughout this entire episode, when she was talking about like the anger, the miscommunication, and how he snaps, pretty much like how he's a ticking time bomb type of thing, it was making me wonder, like, is he abusive? Like, do you have a little Ike Turner on your hands? Like, what is going on here? But it was just based on her word choice. Now, he could be like just a yeller, like maybe someone verbally abusive, or just he gets heated. But just like her choice of words throughout this episode, it led me to believe that there may be some more underlining issues rather than just the loss of his mom, and he definitely needs counseling before this could get ugly, before it turns ugly. And then later on in the show, we also see Monica. She's in the studio with Jermaine Dupri and Brian Michael Cox. They're recording some music, and they're just talking about how they were surprised about her divorce from Shannon. And she just talks about how Shannon, he's never gonna forget her. I believe she said something like, you know, I was his first wife, I gave him his first daughter, that type of thing. And Jermaine Dupri, he was like, you know, I was shocked and I had some questions. And you could tell, like, if the cameras weren't there, Jermaine Dupri probably would have asked. But we all know that Monica, she's kind of private, so he probably respected that and did not ask whatever he wanted to know while the camera crew was there, because we know production would have left it in, whatever he was going to ask. But I'm pretty curious myself as to what Jermaine Dupri wanted to know. And maybe as the season goes on, we will get like some definite answers as to why they got a divorce. I feel like a lot of people were speculating cheating, but Monica said it wasn't that. So maybe they just grew apart naturally, and things, they just weren't compatible with one another anymore. But maybe we'll get a definite answer, or maybe we have already gotten it and we just want it to be something that it's really not. over to LaToya's house a little later in the show, and they're having a small birthday gathering for Tommy. His family comes, and now y'all, his stepdaddy, the hair, honey. He had a little Frederick Douglass, a little Carl Lee, that was Samuel L. Jackson's character in A Time to Kill. If you've never seen A Time to Kill, go Google it and then run the episode back and compare Samuel L. Jackson's hair in A Time to Kill to Tommy's stepdad. And the crazy thing is, I think his name was Carl too, so that just makes it so crazy. His hair, we just gonna move on. We not gonna bother the stepdaddy. But yes, at the small birthday celebration, LaToya, she gifts Tommy with a charm. It's a picture of him and his mother, and he gets a little emotional. So, you know, that scene, it was emotional. His brothers were there to, you know, comfort him in that moment, because he definitely got a little emotional over it. And it's like, y'all, okay, I'm gonna go to hell for this, but you know, you give somebody a piece with a late family member, and they just lose it. Like, they just turn into like a crocodile tears. Like, think about G Herbo. Like, the internet turned G Herbo into a meme, honey. Okay, I'm going to hell, but because it's not funny, it's very sad. But let's move on. And later on in the show, the cameras show us Toya and Monica linking up together. And when they meet up with each other, Toya, she pretty much tells Monica, yeah, you know, Reginae, her and Lucci, they broke up. And Toya, she's like so happy. She's so glad, because we know from last season, Toya, she was not feeling them being together. She was disgusted, honey. She was not here for the relationship, and she's so glad that they are over with, they are done. And Toya, she also mentions to Monica how Reginae had a conversation with Wayne, and how he pretty much went off on her. He pretty much let her have it, and Toya, she was like, yes, yes, yes. So I think this is an important thing to note, because Toya said, like, you know, he went off on her. Reginae and Lucci, they're no longer together. Now Reginae, her and Wayne relationship is getting better with each other. They're hanging out more with each other. And I think this is something important to note, because it may be season 2 or season 1, Reginae, she pretty much was on the show saying like how she wished her dad would kind of like congratulate her more and recognize the things that she's doing more, get that reassurance from her father. And a lot of people, you know, we know Reginae don't play by her daddy. You say one thing wrong about Wayne, Reginae coming, Reginae coming. She not playing no games. And I felt like people thought like, oh, she takes up for her dad, and she does. But I feel like Reginae lashing out at anyone who says the wrong thing about Wayne or something that she does not like, I felt like that was just her crying out for her dad to accept her more and to appreciate her a little bit more. Like, hey, daddy, look at me type of thing. Maybe I'm reading into this a little too much, or I could be reaching, but that's definitely my perspective. And I feel like that definitely was the case. Reginae wanted a better relationship, a better bond with her father, and I feel as if that she's getting that now. And I could definitely see her not going back to Lucci. And I felt like Toya mentioned how Wayne got on Reginae about, I'm pretty sure it was regarding Lucci and that whole relationship, how he finally got on her. That was probably Reginae's, like, okay, she got to throw in the towel on this. And because she probably would have still been with him, but I felt like now that Wayne probably has spoken up and that he spoke out and disapproved of it, probably got her into shape, like read her for filth probably, you know, she was probably looking like, my dad disapproves of this. I want a better relationship with my father. If daddy says no, it's over and done with. Lucci, you dead to me. And so, you know, that was that scene with Monica and Toya. And then we move over to LaToya house again, and in this particular scene, her and Tommy, they're getting a little intimate. He's licking all on her toes, getting some toe jam up in his mouth. No, just kidding. But they're getting a little intimate, and then he brings up having another baby. And so LaToya kind of like, well, my period is a little late, just a little late. And so he was like, well, that's a good thing. But we see in the confessional, LaToya, she's kind of like a little skeptical about being pregnant at this moment, because she knows that things are rocky right now in their marriage with the anger, the miscommunication, and she's not sure if having a baby in this particular moment in their relationship would be wise. But they go get a clear blue pregnancy test, and they take the test, and the episode goes off. But so that was pretty much episode 1 of season 3. And now, of course, we know things are out by now because this has already been recorded. LaToya is definitely pregnant, and she actually posted her gender reveal not too long ago on social media. Not trying to ruin it, but since it's already out online, she's having a boy. So congratulations to them and their growing, beautiful family. But I feel like season 3 is definitely going to be a great season. We will see more of Toya and Red's relationship developing. We will see Monica stepping out more into being the single woman. We will see T.I. and Tiny, their family, and from the looks of it with the previews, it's like a lot of the women in the family, they're going to get on T.I. They're going to be coming for T.I.'s head regarding Deja, and we all know the incident, but we'll just watch it play out on TV. But I'm definitely thinking this season is going to be another great season for T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle. You guys comment below and let me know what you think about this particular episode and how the season will go. Weigh in on anything, any scene that you want to. Make sure you thumbs up this video, share this video as well, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss all of the content to come. And you guys take care and be safe until next time.